amazing to me. I got educators in our congregation back home, and it's amazing to me how so much of the time parents they will go out to that school and want to jump on somebody's head because they assume somebody's destroying or trying to mistreat their child. It's amazing to me. You don't even know the facts, don't even know who's right, wrong, don't even know if it's even your child, but you'll go out there with your arms up, hands up, going to fight somebody because you have a legitimate cause, but it's not a holy cause.
That's right. Amen.
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 I was in high school years ago, and I remember a race riot got started in my class. I'm sitting there thinking, wait, I just want to come to school. But what was strange to me, see, I wasn't a part of this thing because I figured, hey, look here. I don't want to be a part of this junk. But it got started right in that class. And I remember grabbing my stuff, slide, you know, I don't have to know. But what was amazing, see, although I slid out the door, I was watching to see what happened. When the class began to brim over with the fight, blacks started fighting whites. It poured over into the hallway, and coming off the stairwell, blacks started just diving on top of whites, and whites started diving on top. I said, they don't even know what this is all about. Because they have a legitimate cause, but it was not a holy cause. Are you hearing me? Yeah. And sometime or another, if the enemy can try to get you or talk you into having a public domain picture, he'll try to move your picture through foolishness when you ought to be focused enough to stick with the glory of God.
All right. Amen.
Are y'all hearing me now?
Yeah.
And that fight, I tell you, before it was all over with that day, one of them almost got killed. I said, Lord, all this, made the news, all this stuff. I said, I'm in my class. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this stuff. Now, but years later, there's a little stain you see there, mark on there, because in the middle of trying to get away from the fight, I got pinned against a heater, and my hand was pushed against the heater. So my hand had degree burns, trying to get away from the fight. Then I almost got into a fight because my hand was burning. I didn't know who I was supposed to hit. I was just trying to get off the heater. And this many years later, you can still see the mark of that burn. All they knew was there's another whole fight with somebody screaming over here, and they swing in, and what's going on? See, my skin was falling off. That's what was happening. See, legitimate cause, but not a holy cause. The same type of people, us, we can have a noteworthy cause, but not a praiseworthy cause. We can talk about all the things we did, because, listen, I was quite like that in some areas, but I'm not going to tell you all my business. Because I learned back in seminary, you don't say things you want people to forget. You can say too much. So look at the person next to you and say, I just discovered your problem. I know too much about you. We like to get in the restaurants and tell people the kind of sinners we were. But if you're going to tell me the kind of sinner you were, I'm going to make a note of that, because I know, like dogs return to vomit, fools return to folly. And if you're going to go somewhere, I know where you're going to go back to. So I make a note. She was a cussing, smoking, drinking. Okay, I got it. Keep talking. I got it. See? Because what you were, you can return to it.
All right.
Amen. I keep files on the lock and key from 1982. They're deliverance files, things that I've had to get free out of people's lives. And I'm going to tell you, 9.5 times out of 10, if a person falls in some way, I can go right to that sheet and tell you where they're going to fall at most of all. Because your dominant oppression is going to be the place of your first return.